Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. Homeschooling time.
Homeschooling time. I'm curious whenever you guys start your
It's Monday it starts.
yeah,
So
it's gonna be I can't wait to hear honestly how it goes because
what's so weird is I think I talked about this last time is like Jack's going to a Montessori school,
mhm,
which is based on having like special equipment and stuff that you play with and do things with and like
right,
clearly doesn't exist over like over
right.
the internet.
Yeah, that's gonna be it's gonna be interesting, and also it's gonna be interesting because like for my daughter's age group, the technology isn't so foreign.
Foreign.
Yeah.
Oh, what did somebody I saw this Reddit post, I couldn't tell if it was true or not, but it seemed true enough, like, the sentiment was there, and it said something like, you know, first grade my first grade student or son's teacher is upset that they don't know how to use applications on the iPad or how to, find like it was something basically saying like they don't know how to read yet, and you're asking them to find like these specific things on
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the learning management system.
Yeah, like I can't imagine, like because like for instance, so here's my daughter's situation. She did the stuff last year, and she understands the technology probably because of who I am, right? Like because I know Crystal doesn't do anything.
Who are you?
Everybody knows who I am. But Crystal doesn't. They don't have a computer. I think they do have one now, but like the households are really different in terms of technology. But like my daughter's seeing like how streaming and stuff works, and she understands that aspect of
They
things.
don't have a computer?
Mm-mm. I think they do
I
now
can't.
because they've started online classes as well. But yeah, she only had a computer here for until like a few weeks ago, basically. Um, and the school has given her a Chromebook to have this year as well, so
Can
she
you
has her own
can you
thing.
dispense directly into a chest?
Yeah. Remember we did figured that out.
Into a chest?
Oh no, it was into a hopper.
Okay, I was gonna say because I could just turn these and we can save a hopper, but I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we got plenty of
Yeah,
everything.
we got plenty of iron. But this should be a finalized. Besides the comparators, this is the second setup.
Right. Yeah. We just need to
So yeah,
put
here
more
are the items
comparators and
here.
more hoppers, of course. But then
Yeah.
well, I need to
Sorry.
figure out what goes in this dropper in terms of possible items and make a list of that.
Right.
But yeah.
And knowing that we weren't going to start with having all of these things be full, didn't we talk about starting with like only 4 possibilities on each
Right.
one of these? So we even just
we're both bad men.
you seem to be in
Oh,
badder
man.
shape than me.
I think they all went for me because I was closer. I'm gonna go sleep. So first day of school was this Monday. Technically it was last Monday, but they just used that whole last week for like device pickup and troubleshooting and that sort of thing. I kind of feel like maybe last Friday they should have held a class on how to remote learn almost.
Well, I can't sleep anymore.
Oh shit, yeah. Well, I guess the next night you'll get to sleep. Because like they did it last year, but it was different. Like they didn't give devices to people. A lot of kids didn't even show up. I don't feel like last year. I think they just kind of were like, well, whatever, school's out. School's out
For the summer.
But this year, there's a required attendance and all that sort of thing. So it's a lot more strict in terms of like what you're expected to do. So they start up Monday. They, she's just be at her desk at 8:30. That was all fine. I didn't have her in her desk in her room yet because the whole internet thing. So I'd set up. I have a desk in my living room that we use for Lego, and so I cleared everything off of there. And so she was in there, and I was kind of sitting on the couch, just listening, just making sure I wasn't needed for anything. I've been trying to be mostly hands off because I want her to feel like she's in the teacher's hands, basically, sort of thing. Last year it was more of a here are your assignments for the day. You never talk to the teacher. You get to talk to her once a week, and it was more just kind of a catch up, like how's everyone been doing, that sort of thing. It wasn't these are the instructions sort of shit. It was like worksheets that you just figured it out, and with the help of the parents. This year it's a lot more like traditional school, just through a screen. The problem is kids don't know how to mute their mics, and I feel like I don't know for sure, but bet you that Google Meet, because we're using Google Classroom. So I guess Google Meet, Google Class. I don't know what part of Google tech is being used here, but it's the Google Classroom stuff. I bet the teacher can mute people. I don't know for sure, but I feel like they got to be able to. If they can't, that needs to be changed. I know, like in Zoom,
you absolutely should use Zoom. Anybody who's the host can. Microsoft Teams made it like so anybody can mute anybody. It's kind of crazy. But I like it because I'll get on these calls, and you don't know, we've used WebEx for fucking years. Used to just be a phone system. Now you can do it like log in through online and you share your screens and everything. And everybody uses the online version of it. Even if you can dial in, you're still watching the screen. The fucking hosts still don't understand that you can mute people, and only the host can do it. I don't know how many meetings I've sat on just this last 2 weeks alone on a WebEx. And they just keep going, will you please mute your mic? Because somebody like starts to, just talk about something random. They're like completely not even there anymore, but they're talking to somebody in their office and have no idea because they didn't mute their mic.
Christ.
And I will chime in and be like, I'll look through it. It says host. I'll be like, Barbara, you're the host. You can mute that person, right? Wait, how do I do that? And I have to walk them through it like every fucking time.
I need to look into, can this be done in Google Classrooms? Because if it can, I need to do the same thing with the teacher and just explain this. Because I feel like this has got to be, I mean, maybe.
Your teacher is not muting people?
No. Like, eventually.
Is she even saying?
Oh, yeah. She's saying, it's like, you need to mute so-and-so, you need to mute. And that sort of stuff. But yeah, like it's a nightmare. So once everyone is muted, then like, normal classroom stuff's going on, but it's like one of those things where, participation is required. So like at some point, she's like, they were doing math at one point, for example, and someone raised their hand to answer the question. And she's like, all right, go ahead and unmute your mic. And so little Sally or whatever unmutes her fucking mic. Meanwhile, her goddamn dad has got a NASCAR race blaring at 1,000 fucking volume. And so Sally's trying to talk and it's like, oh my fucking God. For one thing, how fucking disrespectful to your child's learning environment. Like, sure, you may sit around all goddamn day watching television, but maybe don't do that when your child's trying to learn. Like, they need a quiet learning space. But it's just so fucking obnoxious. Like, when my daughter unmutes, a marching band doesn't run into everyone's goddamn house, and that's what it feels like with all these other kids. So like that.
But you did say NASCAR, so that kind of answers some of the questions right there.
One of them was listening to the news. I heard like today, like, oh my God.
When's it gonna be the first time until you get like somebody having sex in the background?
It wouldn't surprise me at this point, honestly. The way that this stuff has been going. So those are my big frustrations at this point. And like there's a lot of like stuff that I think will get ironed out over time. But like, for instance, they had to meet with their resource teacher, which is like, the PE, the arts, the music, that sort of thing. And so whenever the teacher set up all the Google Classroom stuff, it was like since the Chromebooks were given out by the school, they were also assigned a Gmail account that was part of this Chromebook that's now my daughter's Gmail account, basically. So everything Google is all there. So teachers can easily email them and all this type of stuff. So she's, constantly emailing stuff. So she sent an email to the link to her classroom, but not to the resource teacher's classroom. So she walked the kids through adding a new classroom from the Google Classroom page. And I stood there and watched the whole process because I wasn't understanding her instruction. And it was like, you have to go and press this plus sign and then type in this passcode that is the code for the other classroom. And it was like a 12-letter code. And the teacher was going so fast, and I was trying to write it down to help my daughter, and I couldn't even keep up. So and then all these kids were just like, I don't know where the plus sign is. And it was just so much time was spent on not actual instruction and on like setup and tech support, basically. And I do think that those things will be ironed out with time because they don't have to add that teacher ever again. Now they have it in their list, sort of thing. All right, I've made 27 comparators, but I'm waiting on Stone to cook, basically. They're in the chest there.
I have 18 there.
I can actually put these where they need to be. So yeah, so far it's a bit of a mess, but I think that it'll get better, and it's way better than it was last year, because last year was all just, like I said, worksheets and that sort of thing, and figure it out.
Right, it's kind of funny. Like, I've been in an environment where we use like WebEx and meetings and stuff all the time. So there's even though grown fucking adults don't understand the etiquette of it, half the time. But trying to get a child to do it is just like,
Oh yeah, and there were occasions too where the teacher was like, "Is there anyone around to help?" And the kid's just like, "No, I'm home alone." I'm like, what? You're 8.
Yeah, you're 8, but unfortunately, there's people are stuck in these predicaments because they still have to work, and that's where I think it's going to be the biggest part of the problem going on is that that is really what you're dealing with is these situations of people having to work.
Right. Yeah. No, I understand. I mean, again, like that's kind of what the argument was with Kellyanne and her privileged ass. Everyone's like, "Oh, it must be just fucking nice. Just quit your job and take care of your kids." Meanwhile, you're saying everyone else's kids need to go back to school.
Yep.
What are you doing now?
I'm wondering if we can do it like right here, and so it wouldn't be that big of a footprint.
I bet you could, but I bet you got to move over one more.
Maybe one more because there's 2 rows right here.
Oh, but it goes all the way down to here with redstone.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. I can't do that. What am I thinking? I don't know why I was thinking I could make that work.
Because you need the redstone torches down here.
So it really does have to be just all the way.
You could go up, or you can go back. Those are your 2 options. What you could do is flip it.
Yeah, flip it and go.
That we have four chests right here, basically.
Yeah, I gotcha. So flip it and have like, do I have any more chests? No. Do you have any chests on you?
Nope. Hold on. I'll place a block there.
Yeah, that'll be a chest. So it could be like this. And then I'm just trying to build out. Oh, this isn't going to work though. Shit. I mean, it's going to work. I need to place something first.
Oh, I didn't think they auto-connected.
So, they do if you click it next to itself. You have to click it on the block, yeah.
Yeah, I will be glad whenever my daughter can go back to school. Did I tell you about the dance studio shit?
Oh, I'm on a drop first, damn it. No.
Okay, so
wait, maybe.
Was it with the phase 2? They're not supposed to be open.
No, not exactly, but
okay. So her dance studio was supposed to start back on Monday of this week, and me and Crystal kept talking about it. Like, I don't know what to do because like they're not going to wear masks. I did tell you that part for sure. And so we've been trying to decide what we want to do and what we feel is the safest. And it's been this hard decision between, we really want our daughter to have lots of social interaction and stuff, but it's probably not safe to be in an enclosed space exercising without masks. So our final decision was we were still trying to decide. And then Crystal looked up the phase 2 requirements for North Carolina, which is where we're still in. And it specifically says dance studios are not allowed to open. So
it specifically says that?
Yeah, because it lists, activities places that can be open, and dance studios like karate, dance studios. There's a bunch of them, like baseball, indoor basketball clubs, all of those things are not allowed right now, basically. So I emailed the head of the dance studio, and I was like, hey, we've been trying to figure out what we're going to do with our daughter. And while trying to decide this, we noticed that the governor says that you're not allowed to be open. So we're going to wait until you're allowed to be open before we consider sending our daughter back. And all right, it's your turn to sleep. The main thing with this is the fact that there's an attendance requirement because she's in the competitive class. So if she misses
that's right.
so many days,
you're talking about the competitive class,
right? She's out basically, and so because we were basically just not going to send her either way, but whatever. And I told the teacher, I guess you could go and send me a refund for what you charged since you're not allowed to be open. And so the teacher responds, or the owner responds, and this is a big place. They got like 800 students, so it's not a tiny place. Teacher responds, and she's like, so during the summer we were open because we have summer camps, and we've decided that all our classes are now camps because they're allowed to open camps, but they're not allowed to open as a dance studio. So now it's the same fucking thing. It's literally the same thing as normal classes, but it's called a camp, so it's allowed.
I mean, it's not, but they're
like, here's the thing that pisses me the fuck off is you can say it's a camp and you can say you're running like the camps, but those kids, I know what happens at the dance camps because my daughter used to go to the
I
dance
know
camps.
what happens at band camp.
Yeah, because my daughter used to go to the dance camps, and it's not 75 minutes of physical activity, strenuous physical activity. It's not the same fucking thing. They're not the same at all. So they're not huffing and puffing in a closed room while their fucking water droplets fly everywhere and everyone gets coronavirus. So it just pisses me off that okay, good for you. You found a fucking loophole to kill everyone's kids with. Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they care about.
I mean, it's all about money. It's got to be all that they care about at this point. It's just, all right, well, how are we going to make some money? I mean, I understand that businesses need to make money to stay in business. I get it. But there's reasons why things are decided, and to just fucking skirt these with loopholes and think you're a genius just pisses me off.
But they are geniuses.
So anyways, we didn't send our daughter either way. And
so is she out now?
I don't know. So she responded, the owner lady responded and basically said, I've dropped your child from the classes after I told her I wanted a refund. She's like, I'll send you a refund, but I've gone ahead and dropped your daughter from our classes. And she's no longer on the competitive team, basically. And I was like, no one asked you to do that. No one said drop my daughter from the classes. We just said we weren't going to send her until the governor says it's okay. And she's like, oh, I guess I misunderstood. She's like, well, but I can't give you a refund. So I don't know what she's going to do about the attendance issue yet. But we're just not going to send her for now. I've been trying to find a private dance, someone that can get private lessons in the meantime. So we can have it in a controlled environment. But so far, haven't found anything. Girl Scout starts back up in like 2 weeks, and that's supposed to be, I don't know how, it's supposed to be masks on all the time, 6 feet apart, that sort of thing. That said, the people that run the you're facing these the wrong way, aren't you?
No, because if it's backwards, these
Oh,
ones
yeah.
That's what I'm trying to keep running back and forth, because I'm like, how does this go?
Like whenever they gave out the end of year dance stuff, like all her prizes from selling cookies and stuff, we met outdoors at a snow cone place to pick up all the stuff, but it started coming a flood, so everyone crammed under this tiny little coverage, like face to face, no masks, and like none of them even thought about having a mask. Me and my daughter were the only ones that even showed up with masks on. So
it's just so weird to me because DC is so, democratic to where everybody's wearing masks. Nobody's not wearing masks in DC.
It's interesting because for the most part, places I go now, it's like everyone's been shamed into wearing masks. Once the mask mandate started, if you were out without a mask on, you feel so out of place, basically, that you've been wearing masks. But it really depends on where you go. Like some places, people just still don't give a shit, and I have the crazy ass cousin that I've talked to you about before, and he just keeps fucking texting me these anti-masks videos and stuff, and I don't know what to do about this, man, because I honestly, like, I'm afraid to respond to him, but like he just keeps sending this propaganda shit to me on my phone, so I just keep ignoring it, hoping he'll stop.
Well, I mean, he wants you to believe, man.
That's the thing that's so silly. Like, I don't send him the truth.
Well, he wouldn't believe.
I know. I mean, I understand it would be a waste of my time to even try, but still, like, it's one thing to get this shit on your Facebook feed or whatever, but don't fucking text me your bullshit. Especially whenever you know damn good and well I don't buy your shit. Just, I don't know, kind of pisses me off. The thing is, since we own like a house together and stuff, my uncle's property, I kind of need to stay on good terms. So I just been leaving it alone and hoping he'll stop.
Yeah, we're out of wood again.
Jesus Christ. Oh, I got some.
Enough to make all the hoppers that we need.
Maybe. I'll make all the hoppers I can make. How about that?
I want to test these two that I've built now as well. This one's once this one's finished, and make sure this actually works. I realized I didn't ever finish this row of dispensers or hoppers either, which I need to do. Dispensers I can make. I'm going to be out of redstone here shortly, though. Or droppers, I mean.
Yeah, I don't actually have any redstone. All right, I got 21 hoppers. Here these are. My whole body feels like I just did some kind of CrossFit workout.
Crack me up.
I mean, I know you busted into people's houses with axes and stuff, and you've been like on a diet and shit too, right? You're like buff boy now, right?
No, I'm not buff because I haven't been working out. Like I feel it's funny. The more and more, the longer I'm on this diet, the more out of shape I feel.
Really?
I'm not. Yeah, just because I'm not any. That went that way, and then this way. Oops. Yeah, I'm not doing any working out, and I'm just like, I should be like feeling all around better. It's like I feel,
yeah. Gotcha. How much weight have you lost?
Like 30 pounds, but
wow.
it's really plateaued in the last like 6 weeks. I've kind of gained a couple pounds back. I don't know if that's kind of like just settling into this, but I've been literally hovering at like the 199, 200 mark for 6 weeks now. And granted, I've my belt buckles have notched up, but that hasn't moved in like 6 weeks. I know like you plateau on these type of diets for a while and sometimes need a reset, but our bet's over soon. So I'm
Oh wait, there's a bet?
Oh, it's all about a bet, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know this was a gambling thing.
Yeah, between my wife, her father, and myself, and we have a $250 on the line each from Memorial Day to Labor Day. It was if we could lose 10% body weight.
What was your start weight?
Oh no, 228.
So you've accomplished that then.
I've accomplished it as long as it stays there for weigh-in and everything, but I want it to go lower because I'm still above my where my ideal weight should be.
There's one dispenser. Oh wait, we're not using dispensers. And you need a hopper too, don't you?
I need one hopper. I'm one hopper short from finishing this third module.
So how does it work if all three of you lose 10%?
So then we just do it's a wash.
Oh, okay.
So that's a nice thing. Is one of the bets that because you don't want to ever shame somebody for like, you only lost, we all lost 10%, but I lost more weight than you. Because it makes it a little bit unfair to say just a net weight.
Right. Because, I mean, for one thing, people lose weight differently, too.
Right. And we didn't want anybody to, like, in the middle of it, realize that they weren't going to make it and just give up. Yeah. It was always have a reason that you can still not pay money, with a reasonable goal.
Uh-huh.
So, pending weigh-in goes well. It's, I've made it, I think. But when I get done,
are you gonna keep doing the diet?
No. I mean, I might go back to the diet, but I'm gonna take at least a month off. And I've heard sometimes with keto you need to like do a reset. But I'm just like, there's too many things that I've missed now. I really want to eat some like bread again, some pastas, drink some beer. I don't want to go excessively heavy with it, but
I didn't think about beer. What have you been drinking?
Yeah. Seltzers, hard seltzers turned out to be a low carb alternative.
I gotcha. Yeah, whenever I tried the keto style diet, I couldn't do it. I eat too many grains. That's just all there is to it.
Yeah, there's a lot. I'm getting very sick of, though I enjoy them still, but it's just monotonous. I've been eating basically salads constantly.
Yeah, I like a good salad, but it is not my.
Well, my wife was always mad at my choice of diet at first too, because she's like, "Oh, you're just on this diet where you just eat unhealthy like shit." And it's like you can eat unhealthy on keto because you can eat a high amount of fat. I'm doing what's called lazy keto. It's where because real keto you're supposed to count like proteins, your amount of protein, your amount of fat, and your amount of carbs every day, and like you're supposed to be a specific percentage split between them, and it's really like rigorous to keep up with. I'm doing what's called lazy keto, where it's just you cut carbs and that's it. Like that's all you pay attention to is like limiting your carbs to like less than 20 a day. So I'm doing that, and I'm not doing it in an unhealthy way. I'm not eating just things that are just full of fat all the time. I'm eating lots of salads with lots of vegetables and things like that. You just got to watch out what vegetables you can eat.
Do you put some kind of like chicken or salmon or stuff like that in your salads?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Chicken, steak. Eat a lot of meat on this diet.
Yeah.
So it's a great meat eater's diet. So I love me some salads. Don't get me wrong. I just don't want something else.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
need some time. I've been on this diet for since like March.
That's a long time to be
Yeah,
eating
maybe it was
salads.
April. Well, sorry. I guess I should know when. I get the quarantine mixes me all up because we went on the diet on one of my trips to Ohio. But when was Memorial Day?
I don't know. Is that
Probably
March?
May.
May? I don't know.
Yeah,
It's one of the
probably May.
M months.
Yeah. Memorial Day. I just want to see exactly how long I've been on this. So it was May 25th. So May 25th until now. So it's been 3 months. It's not been 6 months. I was exaggerating. But still.
So that's what eating salad does to you guys.
She's just like, it was really funny because when quarantine started, I feel like February took for goddamn ever.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it was like May/June. And now 3 months again feels like it was forever ago.
It's funny. Yeah, I experienced some of that too, where it was like, how long is this month?
I feel like February took a year.
Yeah.
A full fucking year because there was so much going on at work with trying to understand what the hell COVID was, what we do about it. It was sheer chaos. And then all of a sudden it was May.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like even like with my daughter in her school, like it didn't feel like a summer happened because normally our summers are jam packed with like travel and vacation time and all this stuff, and we just didn't leave the house.
Well, and it's funny too because I also do feel like it was just yesterday. I remember my sister posted a posting on Facebook, and it was a picture of her with her kids up at our parents' lake house they're on the lake. They were wakeboarding. And she was like, first day of summer is officially here. And I was almost so confused at the statement because kids hadn't been in school for,
right.
How long? And I was like, holy shit, like, I guess it is officially summer now. And now, Jack's about to go to school tomorrow or Monday. I mean, like, summer's over. It's done. The summer that I don't feel like existed, even though I feel like this month is taking forever, but it's over.
Yeah, Cole and I were talking about it today. And I think this is the first year in probably 20 years that I didn't go to the beach.
Yeah, my wife's family is going to the beach, to the Outer Banks.
Oh,
for Labor Day.
Okay.
I am not allowed to go anymore
because of work. Oh, that's right. They banned. You told me about this. Yeah.
DC's under quarantine. North Carolina did not come off the list today, and they don't re-update the list until the day after they leave.
That's too bad.
It was all contingent on North Carolina coming off the list and if I could go.
Well, we were doing pretty good. Since the mask mandate.
I mean, that's why I didn't offer to come help you, Good. I would have, but
right, you're not even allowed.
Sorry, man, I wasn't allowed.
It's funny because we did the mask mandate in June, maybe July, sometime like that, and it took about 2 weeks for people to start wearing masks. Where'd you go?
I'm just chopping a tree down.
Oh, okay, I put all the hoppers down now.
Oh, okay. Can we test it? Make sure like those 3 modules are actually functional.
Yeah.
And the way I designed it too is for easy cleanup. We're not actually sorting, so I have the item when it comes down should be. It's like this line right here would have taken it to its sorting line. Like when it goes through the sorting system, it would come out and go to where you sorted it. You'd have chests on this side of these hoppers, right?
It'd be on this side, wouldn't it? But yeah.
Huh? Yeah. So I have them going this way. So they come to the end and they'll always be sitting here waiting here to go so we can go restack them very easily.
Right. I guess the only thing that sucks is just getting on this side of it all because there's going to be chests there.
We don't need to have a chest. You can just leave it right in the hopper, right?
Can you? I guess you can.
Yeah, you just pick it up from here.
Yeah, right. Okay, let's test this one. So I'm going to put some wood in there.
In theory, yeah, it should make it all the way to the chest if we do it right.
All right, so we have wood in the chest now? We do.
Works. Oh, it didn't even click at all.
Yeah, I don't think it clicks whenever it's going straight into a hopper. Sweet. So this works. So all we have to do is recreate that there.
We need this one over here, yeah.
Right, and decide the items.
That one works.
And then
decide the items and then build a ship around this.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a ship, though.
It is. You could easily just go with this design, basically.
Turn it into wood.
Yeah.
Just be like, look, it's a ship. Mojang, make us wooden hoppers, and we'll be good.
Oh yeah. Huh? They should have wooden hoppers with just like less, like maybe one slot.
What is that over
That's
there? I have
Nebras's
to.
house.
But what is it? Doesn't it look like there's a person on the side of the cliff?
Oh, that's the pink flowers.
Oh, wow. It looks like enchanted armor.
I've had that in a UHC before, where I thought it was enchanted armor, and then realized it's just some flowers.
Yeah, so this will work. This is where the items will come out for the drawing, and then you will be able to walk them up here and place them on the item frames or whatever we do up here to make it,
Right.
you know,
This is cool.
make it look like
It's
that.
gonna be real cool. I'm real excited.
Yeah, yeah. It condensed in a decent way
Yeah,
for
yeah. It's not
how
bad.
big it actually is.
It's not bad. It's a lot of fucking iron, but
That's nothing to us.
exactly, we're iron moguls or something. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Maybe even like 6 more episodes, we'll have a working lottery.
Yeah, I mean, we said 1, and we're almost there.
Yep. See you guys next time.
Cool. See ya.